Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be a little office tour. I am so excited because I finally got the space cleaned up. This is my excuse to actually take the time and organize, and I love my space, but it does get cramped and it gets just overwhelming and messy. So once a week I try to organize myself, and so this is the day, and I'm gonna show you guys around a little bit of my space where I get some work done, some of my tips of like where to get good stuff. I'll show you a little bit of my decor and what I had in mind when I created this space for my creativity, and maybe you can find some tips in here to make your own office at home a very like light space, and hopefully you'll find some inspo. So if you guys are new here, my name is Karina. I am so excited that you stopped by. Let's get to it. Okay, so I wanted to start with my desk here. I got a lot of it, like most of these guys were either Ikea or Amazon. Whatever's linkable, I'll definitely leave the link for you guys down below. But Ikea, as you may know, it's not. But I'll try to find the actual links for you guys and see if it's still available. The most basic little desk in here, you guys, there's like 2 drawers in here, and I've seen people, because this is metal, the legs of it, hopefully you guys can see it, the legs are metal, so I know that you can actually spray paint them gold or even silver if you don't want the whole all white look. Sorry, this is gonna be so not professional, but that's okay. So yeah, I like working on a desktop, you guys, and I do most of my editing on the go on my notebook, on my laptop. That's easy to travel with, obviously, but for my everyday, I love having this space here where I sit down and work. I do have lamps in here, however, it's very dark. The lamps, I try to have the lights on, and it just looked very orange, so I'm just gonna try to go without the lights and hope that the window light will be enough for this video. So things that I recommend having, you guys, on your desk, I just like to make my super practical. So I do use this guy here too when I am on like computer working. So usually I'll do my editing, my photo editing on my laptop while I work, and emails and all of the other stuff on my and like creating collages, writing blog posts, I'll do it on my desktop. I have my goodies in here that I usually have a big bottle of water handy because I try to sip on it, especially if I'm working from home. I try to have that handy. I do keep a like external drive plugged in on my desktop, and then I have one for my computer as well. I was trying for my laptop, I was trying to, you know, share one, and it was just such a hassle. I'm like, you know what, I need one for just the videos and one for just the pictures. And if you guys are creators, or if you work from home and creating a lot of like medium or media, you would know that that's a must. So they stay plugged in. I have my little agenda here, so it's every day I come in, I flip the pages, and I work from, you know, the little list of what I have. I also keep a little notepads in here, so little to-do lists. This is my notebook that's almost over, and this is where I write things like if I'm doing a video, if I'm producing like a reel, IGTV, and I'm styling looks, I will kind of like browse them and write them down. Even for like YouTube ideas and things like that, that I have it, I just jot it down, because that way, you know, I can rely on my mind, because it's always failing me. So that way I will have it all in here, and then I usually go through this pages on a weekly basis and kind of like decide what I wanted to do for that week. And these guys here really do keep me organized. Sometimes when I want to clean off the table, I will put them inside of here, but I do have quite a few things in here, you guys. No bueno. So I don't think I'm ready to share my disorganization of my drawers, but just know that you know, there's extra storage in here. I also have extra storage down below. I got these big boxes at Ikea for office supplies and things like this that I don't need to access like very often. That's where I save them. So when I started this office, I'll actually link for you guys my previous post. It's a blog post with like an office tour, and it did not have my shelves and it did not have this little piece of furniture in here. It was a little more naked. This had a little ottoman, and the ottoman over the years was just a big pile of junk. Like I would throw clothes there all of the time, and now it's on my couch. The junk goes. We have packages arriving, you know, almost on a daily basis, definitely weekly, and so sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, so I just end up throwing it in there until I get organized and they make it on the rack, and then I shoot them, and then they go back upstairs. The way that I organize myself here is like having this rack. These are the clothes that I would shoot for that week. So things that I use a lot all the time, pieces that are like I'm always grabbing and going somewhere, pieces that sell really well, so I keep it here because then I just keep on rewearing and restyling and showing you guys multiple ways to wear that, so that way it's just a great way of monetizing and just giving you what you want to see. And so I would just keep these guys in here. Once they phase away or if they sell out, then they just either go downstairs for like a closet sale rack, or they go upstairs if it's something that I do want to keep a little longer, or if it's pieces that sometimes come back in stock for a different season, then I'll definitely like keep them. Even things out of season sometimes. So out of season things go upstairs. There's like different closets, and some others will just go to closet sale. I am trying to be better about doing Poshmark lately because it gets so overwhelming. I'll try to film here before this goes live a day of what this couch looks like, you guys. It's not a joke. It gets crazy, especially after a photo shoot where I just put everything in my car, load it up, and then bring it back. The girls just like, you know, like throw everything away like on the top of the couch, and then I have to kind of pick back up. But just as far as organizing, I try to organize by looks, by seasons, by things that I'm gonna wear, or if I'm going to style this certain piece with different things, I will kind of group them a little bit, so that way it's just easier for me to visualize if I'm doing a try on or anything like this. The shoes are also the ones that are the season in here, like ready to go, as well as things that I wear all the time. So they stay right down there. 4 bags. So this, I keep my bigger bags in here, and it used to be just a couple, and it's getting a little bit overwhelming right now. So yeah, so they just stay here, and it's easy for me to just see what they are and then grab them and, you know, make them go with the outfits. If I don't see the stuff, if I put my bags away, chances are I won't remember that they are there. And so I am very visual. I need the stuff like exposed and like just displayed. That way it can make my job a little bit easier. Now, if you don't work with this kinds of things, obviously guys, this is like a blogger, fashion blogger office tour. I just feel like if you are trying to get in the field and if you want to know a little more, then these are ways to get organized. If you are in another field, then this is something that can completely go, unless you guys have not an organized closet, or if you do not have the space. And if you happen to have the space in your office, it could be just a smaller little rack that you can keep, you know, like a blazer or something, like key pieces that you can just grab and put it on if you need to hop on a Zoom call real fast. You know what I mean? Like I have this other piece of furniture that I keep my jewelry to if there's something that I need to grab and style quickly. I do have makeup in here, just more of like lipsticks and lip glosses. I have a setting powder that I keep handy because I tend to get a little oily throughout the day. So sometimes if I notice that, I will do it. I have a little sunscreen as well because I work in front of the computer so much. I feel like I need to be constantly reminding myself to reapply my sunscreen. Those are just things that make my life a little more organized and a little easier. So this little piece here is from Amazon, and it is so affordable. I love that it has like 4 compartments, and then I can put storage things. You know, these are like my pens and pencils, just little things that you know, I have handy like lipsticks and all. I tend to use boxes like this, like the Louis and Gucci boxes, or like, you know, designer cute boxes to store camera equipment. These are all out because I was using them, you know, not too long ago. So they stay out. Lenses and lights, all of that stuff usually goes in the boxes in there. And then these two clutches are just laying in here because I wore them the other day and haven't put them away. Like I said, if I don't leave them out, they will disappear, you know. This is something that I'm keeping in here because I have to use on a Zoom call that I have tonight. So another thing that I have to keep exposed and out here until I actually use it. That's what the setup looks like underneath the desk. I have my modem and I have a little mirror in there and my big Ikea boxes and a little outlet in there. And here's my little couch, you guys. This couch I got at Ikea as well. This is a white leather. I wanted to have something like this. It's very neutral, so it can go with anything. So last year when I did this, or a couple years ago, maybe even more, I feel like it was 2019 or maybe end of 2018, when I started making this office, I wanted to get some frames that were like a little more calm, and I was into like neutrals. However, I had pink and blues in here for like more beachy vibe, and then I had my pillows kind of like matching that. I had a cute little blue pillow and a pink pillow. I'll add photos in here for you guys to see, but I wanted that just kind of like cute and girly vibe going on. And then I had a different like greenery in here at some point, and now I just have the pampas grass by the mirror, and that mirror is where I do my try-on sessions. And then the couch is where usually I toss my things in here, but I think that it's a good space that I can sit down, I can film. Sometimes I film for you guys right in here, and it's across my window, so I do get some good natural light. And right now I am on the process of like redoing this wall, and I just wanted to get something just a little bit different. Maybe it will be steel frames. I'm not a big shelf kind of girl. I just like something simple and less for me to clean. You know what I mean? Like I don't like a lot of things like hanging in there. So that's another tip. Like if you know that you're not gonna be cleaning all the time, then go with something a little simpler. And this little corner here, you guys, is where I usually do my morning routine. I have my little like Bible and journal and a little pen here, pen case. And this is where in the morning I'll sit down, have my coffee in here, and do my morning routine. It's just where I sit back and chill. I grab a throw sometimes, you know, sometimes if I can't sleep at night and my mind's racing and, you know, with work stuff, I'll come down, work for a little bit, and or just get the stuff out of my brain, and then I can just lay back in here. The kids also love coming to visit me here in the office and having a little space so that they can sit down and talk to me. It just makes it more cozy, this room a little more comfortable and inviting for people to come and visit, even though I'm not having any visitors except for the family. Now let's go to the shelf. So the shelf here is something that I just added a few months ago, and it was an Amazon purchase, and I wanted to get something because I was out of space everywhere else, and I'm like, this will help me to put some more handbags in there, some sunglasses, case, display some of my cute little books and things like that, and keep my little Bible organized. I didn't have anything in here. It was just a hat wall back a few months ago. And so here's where I display the bags. I just feel like they look so organized. This guy here, it's so affordable at Amazon. We put it together in like so quickly, like, you know, maybe 2 or 3 hours to actually drill the holes and everything. It is attached to the wall, so there's no fear of like the stuff coming, you know, falling over you. And there's like this the 5 shelves that are compact enough that fits in this little space. It doesn't like come forward too much, so there's still some room here. It doesn't feel like it's cramped, and it allows me to get more organized and have a little bit of decor display. It's a little bigger, but anyway, these lamps are Ikea. They're so orange, right? But usually, you know, they go like this, and I don't like how direct light they are, so I have them flipped. And just like on my desk, I have it flipped as well. So that way it just gives more of like a moody light type of deal. What else? Oh, I like to keep a little fig tree in here, you guys. I hear that it oxygenates the air, so I always have a little diffuser going on with oils that I love. But I feel like having a little green, especially over our desk, you know, it produces oxygen, so it just feels to me like I work better if I have a little bit of plant around me. And that's just something that I'm like, I don't know, I recommend. Okay. That is the mirror, and that's the place that I do my try-on sessions. So usually I try to clean up, you know, the background a little bit and get it organized if I'm using this mirror, or else I'll just use the outside mirror here when you walk out of this door. There's that one mirror that I use a lot for my try-on sessions. And then the other door that we have on the other way is a little bathroom. So it just makes it, this office, the way that it's placed here is really perfect because it's just easy access both ways. And then I have a bathroom right here, so very, very easy. One thing that I wanted to mention about the rack, you guys, this rack is just absolutely fabulous. It is William and Roberts, or Roberts or William, one of the two. I will have the right name for you here. They customized, and it's cedar wood, and they have like a piping rail in here, and mine is actually wheels. So if I need to move this guy somewhere, I can. It's easily movable. You know, if I have to take it, I don't really move it much, but it's just easier to move. And since I have like hardwood floors in here, it's very helpful to transport somewhere if I need to. Helps to keep it clean as well. It's just so easy. They have like different ones. It's more of an industrial look. So if you need something for like a shop, if you're trying to set up a boutique or something, I highly recommend them. And they will customize for you like different shelves, you know, different heights and all of that good stuff. Maybe you can have like a couple of the racks in different lengths of going, you know, elsewhere. Anyway, they do have an Etsy shop, and that's where I usually link them from. But I guess you can go directly in their shop and do the recommendation. I contacted them through Etsy, and they were pretty good about responding, you know, my requests and all of that. So I will be linking some of this decoration, you guys. I love that. I always get questions on that Crate and Barrel vase right there with the pampas. So I'll have that. My little marble table is Target. So I try to go very like budget conscious. You know, back in the day I was starting out and I had like no money at all. I had my little teacher job, and that's what funded my office and I couldn't go outside of that. So I did go very like price conscious on the things, and I love it. And I feel like right now, if I can spend a little more, I'll add like a nicer pillow or maybe like a prettier frame, which that's my idea for here right now. But I still feel like if you can save money and get something great, that you definitely should. You know what I mean? Like for this Amazon pieces, they're so cute and they go with the vibe. This is kind of like a golden white vibe in here. I feel like it goes perfectly. This piece here, the rail, the rolling rack, is definitely the most expensive piece in the office, but the one that I use so much. I do not need, I have other racks that I take for like closet sales and they fall apart like crazy. So I don't need anything falling apart here. I need something that's sturdy and long lasting, and this look is just a very timeless look. It would never go out of style. You can put it in a place that it's a little more girly and it still fits in fine, I think. So that's it. And then the curtains are Target. You know, this big mirror here, the round mirror, is Ikea. I got a little Target shelf there with the circle. Trying to not forget anything, but very budget conscious. I hope that I will be able to link everything as far as furnitures and all. If you guys do want questions on outfits, if you have questions on outfits and other like fashion items, do let me know in the comments below, because then I will address that individually. But I wanted to make this more about the house, the room, and trying to link what, you know, what I have here in the room. And I think that's it for today, you guys. I don't want to, you know, talk too much in here, but do let me know if you enjoyed the space, you know, if you got some tips from this video that helped you guys to create and recreate a space for you. I definitely recommend the diffuser and the plant, like no matter where you are. I feel like those really help with the putting you in the mood to work and really being productive. And obviously if there's if it's a cute place with cute decoration, it always helps a lot more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little office tour. So happy that you guys are here. As always, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up if you enjoy this. Subscribe to the channel. As always, very, very helpful. And I'll see you next time. Um beijo. Tchau, tchau.